Welcome back, brothers and sisters. There's something that's been going on for the past few months, and last 2 nights I was given dreams. I was taken out of my spirit, and I was shown these things by the Lord, and He told me, share them. Share them because a lot of people may get saved if you do so. And I know you're going to think I'm absolutely crazy because none of this has come to pass, but when it does, it'll happen very suddenly. And this takes place right after the rapture event. After those who have a relationship with Jesus Christ are lifted off this planet, immediately this comes into play. And I have been shown this in such detail that I honestly don't know where to begin. Okay. So the Lord took me out of the spirit and showed me what is going to happen after the rapture happens. All right. And it was in tremendous detail. This was not like a dream. This was in complete like HD vision, It was not a dream because the emotions I felt and everything that I'm going to share with you now is just mind blowing. And I really, I was like, Lord, please don't make me share this because people are going to think I'm absolutely completely crazy. I can I not share this? And he was insistent. After 2 nights of the same dream being repeated, I was given a warning saying, share it. Please share it because you have to get this word across. There are others that I'm using as well who will get this word across, but you need to do this. Okay. I was given this in extreme detail, so I'll take you into that now. So essentially what happened in the dream, there are 7 things that I was shown. One were the spaceships. All right. Then what came out of the spaceships? I was shown that in great detail. And then I'll just take you through it. This may be a long video, but all right. So the first thing I saw was this main spaceship. Okay, this is an image, the closest I could find from the internet. All right, this is the closest thing I could find. But this is what the main spaceship looked like when I was taken out of my body and taken into spirit and taken to a future time when these events will take place. So this is what the main spaceship looks like, very similar to this. I didn't see any of these colors that are there, but yeah, it was gray, it was metallic. In fact, this was the main one and it stretched for miles. It was humongous. It was absolutely huge, like massive. All right. And then I was also shown that there were multiple ships headed towards Earth. Multiple. All right. Like this is one of them. Let me just increase this so you can see this. There were multiple ships, like these humongous, miles-long spaceships headed towards Earth. All right. And also, I was shown there were like all kinds of ships, like all shapes and sizes. All right, you had saucers, you had these main ships, you had shapes like this, you had cigar-shaped ships, all kinds of ships were heading towards Earth. All right, and then I was also the closer I got to the ships, I realized that they looked like junks. Like a lot of the parts were rusted. A lot of them didn't look like they didn't look like squeaky clean ships. They looked like rusted junk buckets, basically rust buckets. All right, so that amazed me because the details in that vision were just out of this world. This is the closest image I could find to what I saw, like, rusted. They looked old. These ships looked old. All right, they didn't look like squeaky clean new sort of spaceships that one would imagine are coming. All right, but they were all shapes and sizes. And let me show you some more. Yeah, that's what I saw. Then when these main ships were hovering over the planet like this, they were literally over the planet, miles above land, but we could see them. They were not cloaked. We could see them clearly. All of humanity, all you had to do was look up at the sky, and the sky was filled with these massive, massive ships. Okay, and then from these ships, there came out these types of saucer-like ships, like small ones. All right, like this, and they had these brilliant. This was the best picture I could get on the net, but absolutely, they had these brilliant lights shining. All right, and I saw a couple of them landing on water on a lake. I'm sure they could land on land as well, but I saw them gliding across water, coming down from the motherships, the main ships, and coming and landing on water. Yeah, that's what I saw on the surface of a lake. And they were brilliantly lit. The vision that I had was a night vision, and in the night they just lit up the skies. There were so many of these ground ones, right, that came. And then what came out of the ships, oh my God, this is like, you guys are going to think I'm absolutely nuts, but I have to be obedient, okay? What came out of the ships, they were like humanoids dressed in these long black coats, okay? Very tall. I would say about 6 feet and above, 7 feet, 8 feet. They were men and women, but I knew that they were not men and women. I was given a clean, view into what they were. They had these faces that looked human, okay, and the closest thing I could find on the net that I saw were these people. They looked like this, but here they all seem to have blonde hair, but it wasn't like that in my dream. They were, the men actually had brown, black hair. The women, I saw a few with brown hair and a few with black hair. But yes, they had this sort of a look about them, okay? And the other thing was that they had soulless eyes, okay? When the Lord showed me these creatures coming out of these spaceships, He showed me their eyes, and they were creepy. They were creepy eyes, all right, for want of a better word. You knew that they were not he or she, but they were it's. They were not human. They looked human. They were not human, and you could make out from looking into their eyes, all right. And they didn't look. They came out of the ships, and they came out and told people that, oh, we're here, we're back here, we are the ones who created you, and we are your friends in the galaxy, and all kinds of lies like that. They told them that they were friendly, okay, because initially they didn't come with the idea of battling. That's what they said. They said that, oh, we are your friends. And then a whole bunch of, people who are not with Christ, who've never read the Bible, they said, oh, these are our, they're probably our ancient gods. They came to the earth before and they created us. And, they were so happy to see them, and they invited them into their homes. That's the next part that the Lord showed me. And it gets really weird here, okay? So, people were entertaining these aliens, okay? They were calling them into their homes. All right, now the home that I was taken into looked a bit like this, okay? It had sofas, it had an open kitchen, all right? And there were these people all around these, well, for want of a better word, I would call them aliens, but I think they were demons in body suits. I'll come to that. Okay, so let me just take you through this. So there were people who were entertaining. They were entertaining. These are just stock images, but this is, I can't find a way to explain it without these images. So like, imagine, if you will, this is that alien woman, okay? And there are people all around wanting to find out, oh, which galaxy are you from? We are so excited to meet you, and welcome to our home, this planet. We are so happy to meet you. And they were talking to this, and there was a young girl who was about 15 or 16 years old, who had obviously, never met Jesus. She had never, she was left behind. Essentially, all these people were left behind after the rapture. And this young girl, Now, this is where the dream goes into serious details, okay? She told this alien, uh, this lady alien, I should say, or this it, who looked like a woman. She says, "Oh, on Earth we had things called nail paints, and let me paint your fingernails." And she brought out these nail paints, and she was literally doing a manicure on this, on it, all right? And it was just, weird to see that. And then I saw people taking selfies, um, just sort of taking taking selfies with these aliens, like it was like this. They were taking selfies on their cell phones, etc., with taking skyping with people, that look who we have as our house guest and things like that, okay? And another thing I saw was this middle-aged lady. Remember I showed you this picture where of this home? And I also saw that after I saw the image of this 15, 16-year-old girl putting nail paint on this on the alien that was in their house, I saw this middle-aged lady, not this one obviously, this is just a stock photo, but something very similar. I saw a middle-aged lady cooking dinner for them. She was, they were entertaining these aliens in their homes. And the next thing I saw was, these guys are all over the place. They're like all over the world. Um, they're all over the world, and I even saw a Chinese family. Okay, why is this not opening? Okay, so this is not opening. There's something. Oh, it's because I have too many things open here. Okay, so let's close all these windows and let's open this. I saw this Chinese family, not this Chinese family, but I saw a Oriental family entertaining these creatures as well. All right, and again I saw a whole bunch of stuff like this, like they were all sitting around and talking about how great it is that finally we know we're not alone in this world. Finally we know we're meeting you guys. We're so happy to see you. And so this was, I mean, they were entertaining these people. And this picture here is absolutely what I saw, with that 15, 16-year-old girl who was painting this woman, or this its nails. This was the woman. She looked so much like this. It freaked me out when I found this picture on the internet. Okay. Then I need to show you something else that the Lord showed me. All right. So the next thing he showed me were what these people, these not people, but these aliens really are underneath those human body suits. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. Let me see if I can increase this. This is what they truly look like underneath those human body suits. Okay. There's another pretty creepy picture. Okay, they're reptilians, essentially. They're reptilians that come down. Of course, they don't come down looking like this, but they are this. Okay, they are these creatures underneath those, the facade of, the human body suit that they have on. And they speak telepathically. They don't use voices to speak. Okay, whereas the humans who speak with them are speaking with their voices, but whatever these people are saying is telepathic, and they have this magnetic ability. Okay, you can make out that they're very powerful, but they're pretending to be very peaceful, and they're pretending that we're here to help you, and something is wrong, something went wrong. They're basically saying the rapture was some kind of bad aliens who came and picked up those people. It's not true. The rapture is basically Jesus met his bride. Okay, I'm going to cut this short now because this time is, time is up on this recording software. But I'm going to come back with another part, part 2, right? So please come back. There's a lot more I have to share about this. Okay, so please come back to part 2 of this.